Hello, wizards, witches, and everyone in between. My name is Emma, and today I will be sharing with you my TBR for the O.W.Ls Magical Readathon. So I went a little extra today, and I put on my Hogwarts robes. Really my graduation gown from when I got my bachelor's degree, but it's fine, it works. And I have my Slytherin scarf, represent. So this readathon is taking place in the month of April, and I am so excited. I didn't know it was a thing last year, or else I probably would have participated. But I will link the creator down below, and I will also link her announcement video for this year's readathon. So basically what it is a Harry Potter inspired readathon. So this year there is a new development where you can choose a career, and based on that career you read certain prompts. And the spring, in April, we are taking our O.W.Ls, and in June, I believe, or June or July, we are taking our Newts. So watch her video for more information on that. It's kind of confusing to try and explain. So after much deliberation, I have decided that I want to pursue becoming a herbologist because I want an antisocial job. I love plants, I love being outside. It's just, that's good for me. Care of magical creatures, herbology, and potions. So those three are required. To get an outstanding on your O.W.Ls, you have to read 9 books or more. You can pass your O.W.Ls with 2 books or more, but I'm an overachiever and I've been reading 10-ish books a month so far this year, so I don't think that's unreasonable. I will also be including 2 graphic novels, so I think I can do it. Let's just get started. This is a long explanation. So the Care of Magical Creatures prompt is to read a book with a land animal on the cover, and I will be reading Priory of the Orange Tree, which I currently do not have with me. I'm like 7th in the queue at the library, but I've been in the queue for like 2 weeks, so it's moving very slowly. If I don't get it in time, I will just buy it, but I wanted to save myself 20 bucks, so let's hope the library comes through, but I keep hearing amazing things about it. So the herbology prompt is to read a book with a plant on the cover, and for that I'm going to read Shiver by Maggie Stiefvater. I am going to be buddy reading this with Loopy. I will link her channel down below, but this is a book that both of us have had on our TBRs for years. This book used to be very hyped, kind of like around the time when Twilight was really popular, and I'm still interested in reading it, but I don't have like high expectations. But so all that I know about this book is it is about a girl named Grace who looks at this wolf and feels like the wolf is looking back at her, and then it switches perspectives to this guy named Sam, who is I'm assuming he's a werewolf, and he likes Grace and he like watches over her as a wolf, but then approaches her in person, and I believe it's like about their relationship and him fighting to stay human. Hopefully that's kind of what it's about, but we'll see. And the last book that I am required to read is for potions, and that is a sequel. And so I will be reading The Wicked King by Holly Black. Very excited. I meant to read this in March, but I did 2 other buddy reads, and I felt like there wasn't enough hours in the day, so I am very excited to pick this up. This is the sequel to The Cruel Prince. So for History of Magic, we have to read a book published at least 10 years ago, and for this I will be reading The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. Everyone has already read this. Everyone loves it. I read like the first chapter of it in high school and recommended it to my parents, and they have since read it and loved it. My friends have read it and loved it, and I don't know why I never finished it. I don't know. Part of me is like, did I read this? I don't think I did. I don't think I finished it. So I will be buddy reading this as well with Emma from A Morose Reader, and I will link her channel down below as well. So this book is set in 1939 Nazi Germany, and it follows a girl named Liesel who finds a book called The Grave Digger's Handbook. So she becomes very into reading. She learns how to read. She goes out and tries to find other books that she can read. And then all I know is that her family hides a Jewish person in their basement, and that's about it. I believe this is like written, or parts of it are written from the perspective of Death. Like Death is a character in this. So I'm very excited to finally get to this. So for Defense Against the Dark Arts, we have to read a title that starts with an R. And for this, I will be reading Renegades by Marissa Meyer. Also, if you missed one of my more recent videos, I am in a book club now called the Page Dwellers. I will link that video for you as well. I am very excited. This is our April read, so this fit into the readathon perfectly. So from what I can tell, this book is about a group of humans with superhuman abilities called the Renegades, who overthrow villains that previously were in charge of the world. And our main character, Nova, hates the Renegades, but then she meets a boy who is one of them, and it kind of makes her question her position on the issue. That's all I know. So for divination, we have to read a book set in the future, and for this I chose Saga Volume 1. Whoa there. Saga Volume 1. I am assuming this is set in the future. I hope it is. If not, I'm still counting it. But this has been on my shelf for like 2 months now, and I've been saving it for a readathon specifically just because graphic novels are such a good way to fly through something. I honestly have no idea what this is about, and I don't want to know. I want to go into it blind, so that's all I can tell you. So for Transfiguration, we have to read a book with sprayed edges, or a book that has red on the cover. And for this, I'm going to go with Lumberjanes Volume 1. Again, still, I really don't know what this is about, but a lot of people have recommended it to me and Amazon has actually recommended it to me based on my purchase of Paper Girls Volume 1. So I'm very excited to read this. It looks really cute. And again, graphic novels are great for readathons. So for Charms class, we have to read an adult work, and I will be reading The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. This book is about a woman named Evelyn Hardcastle who dies, and this guy is trying to solve her murder, but every day he wakes up as a different person, which makes it kind of difficult, obviously. So this sounds so good, and I'm very excited. The last class I will be reading for is Astronomy, which is to read a book with the word star in the cover, and I will be reading Starry Eyes. I don't have it yet. I ordered it from Book Depository, so it should be here within a week or so. Not super sure what it's about. I just have heard good things and have been recommended it, so can't tell you that much about it, but that will be my last read. Let me know down below how super nerdy I am for wearing this.
It is very hot. I'm very sweaty right now.
And I will talk to you guys later. Bye!